Hi, how are you all tonight? Welcome to our show. This is called The Bliss Project, and a brand new, fabulous, exciting show for all of you guys to connect with us and to learn all about the magic that happens on the planet.
So I'm just popping in here.
Here we have Kellie.
This is me.
Joining me.
Hi.
I'm Deborah M. Bright.
And I'm Kellie Mann. And I guess some of you would know me through On the Couch with Kellie. And it's a live show that happens every Wednesday night. And we just kind of, well, I've known Deb for a long time, and we've talked about doing a show together, and we talked about doing like the show of magic, you know, what does it all mean? So I'm like, if I could put it into layman's terms, it's like the Sidekick and the Sidekick. So it's like Deb is going to explain everything, and I'm going to be that inquisitive child that asks all the questions and wants to know why, and I'll be getting some of the clearings and healings, and I'll be able to give you feedback on what it's done for me and the difference between, you know, before and after, basically. So all right, so here we go. We'll get into it now. So I guess the one thing that we'll say, we're making a pot of tea. So we're going to have herbal tea, and we're going to tell you girls about the meaning of the herbs. And tonight's tea is dandelion root, licorice root, and cinnamon. So Deb's going to do the little bit of info on it and give us what the meaning behind that is and what it's good for and what it does for the body. Like next week we'll find that. So
I'm going to do some homework.
Yeah.
And I'll find out what all of that is all about, the vibrational essences, all sorts of information that we can find out that it's not just having a tea. Okay, every little bit that's in that tea has a different vibration and works on different areas of the body, and actually works emotionally as well on the body. So having a herbal tea is really fabulous for actually cleansing, detoxing, and actually getting something natural therapeutically going on within you. So I recommend that. And you know, Kellie, I drink it cold. I just make tea and have it cold all day with my waters.
Well, there you go. So, all right, so we'll talk about that.
But just to introduce myself, Deborah and Bright, they all also call me Abracadabra, and also Goddess of Bliss. So this is how we've got together and got this name together for the Bliss Project. Okay, so we can start spreading the bliss out there to all of you, and you can join in all different ways, all different methods to find out how to bring more bliss into your life. Okay, and I'm on Psychic TV. I was on TV for about 6 years, and I've also been nominated as Trainer of the Year 3 times now for successes in changing and saving lives, and Kellie has as well. So we've got fabulous experience. Twice, was it, Kellie?
Yeah, twice, yeah.
It's been nominated as Trainer of the Year as well. So we're doing fabulous work with the community and with the people, and now we'd like to share it with you live, okay, on the Bliss Project.
And that's what it's all about. It's about bringing bliss to your life and understanding. So remembering that I'm the student.
That's right.
I'm you guys. So I'm the viewer, you know, but I'm going to be the perfect candidate for you to be able to understand exactly what Deb does and what it's all about. What does it really mean? Like, okay, I say to you, all right, Deb, what's this crystal? Isn't it a beautiful colour?
Absolutely.
It's beautiful.
Absolutely. So we can talk about all sorts of things. I've been working with energies and all these sort of things for about the last 30 years. So I do readings, I do clearings, I do healings, I scan people, and within seconds I can work out what's happening and what's needed. And we've got the beautiful crystal Kellie was just showing, you know, beautiful sulphur, the sulphur crystal, and it's yellow. Okay, so yellow is very empowering for people. So when you look at that, you feel quite empowered, and that belongs with the solar plexus chakra. And the solar plexus chakra is the yellow chakra, and that's our power center. Okay, so, and there's all sorts of things that all go together, including the tea, which will be for that particular area. So it's fabulous, Kelly, because you find out people in life are dealing with certain areas, and that's where they would have blockages in their life that would actually manifest into physical problems. So we can do like a whole kit and caboodle, teas, crystals, healings, CDs we've got, you know, I've got various CDs which we'll go through as well, okay, to actually heal that particular area. And that's where we get the power, because we're dealing with everything, okay, and we're not just talking about things, okay, talking doesn't work so much anymore. I actually work with the action. So we can talk about things and get the action and get results and the bliss. That's what we're all about.
All right, so if you're, all right, so here goes a sidekick thing. So the sulfur crystal.
That's right.
That's for your solar plexus.
That's right.
Which is, where is that? Like, what area is that?
That's right. So we'll be getting some pictures as well. Actually,
Yeah.
I can show you, because I do have a chakra CD that I've made up. Now, we have a picture on the back. The solar plexus chakra is the yellow one here, which is actually your chakras run through the centre of your body, and they're your energy centres. And when the energy comes in through your crown, you know that soft spot when you're a baby, right? It's still a little bit sensitive if you have a feel. Feel how that's still a bit sensitive.
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
That's actually where your soul comes into your body. And that's actually where your energies come into your body. And that's what allows our body to move. So the energies come in from God's source, the sun, right down through your chakras. And the chakras spin, and they spin energy out to your body so you can actually move. Right? So if you get blockages in the chakras, no energy goes through to your body, doesn't move, it's called a blockage. And when you get a blockage, it manifests. Physical manifestation being an illness, a sickness, disease, can't move. And that's how it works. So we've got to keep these clear and moving very nicely and easily and balanced. Okay, and then your body is in a fabulous place as well.
So how do you clear them? Like,
so this is what I have. I have the chakra clearing CD. Now this is actually a qualification, really. But because we need to do it every day, I've turned it into a CD now, so you can all do it with me. So you do it daily, and I call it the shower on the inside. Okay? And when you have your shower on the inside, you're nice and balanced and clear and feeling fabulous.
so are they certain moves and that you do with the...
That's right. So this one is actually 5 minutes I've made it, Kelly, because no one's got any time.
Yeah.
Have you got any time?
No, that's it.
No one's
minutes.
got any time.
But everyone's got 5 minutes.
So you can have 5 minutes, right? A lot of my clients use this as their alarm clock. So they get up in the morning, they do the chakra dance. So I've made it fun music because the energies are very heavy at the moment. We've got a lot of distress, emotional upset, sadness, hurt, all sorts of things going on now. You've noticed out there in society, everyone's going a little bit erratic and not coping as well as we used to. And what we've got here, I've made it uplifting music. 5 minutes a day, you can do the chakras and clear yourself with me. Nice and easily.
Well, that sounds pretty good to me.
And I recommend everyone does that every day, and you won't even get the flu. Right? So the flu is actually, the energy's not coming through, and there's a blockage. So the energy can't get through your body, and then it starts shutting down, and you end up in bed lethargic.
So you're saying that a lot of our ailments are because our chakras are not working properly, or there's a blockage or something.
That's right.
And that's how things manifest and turn
it
into other
progresses
things.
from there. Yes.
So the way of getting back to where you were is to do things like this, chakra dancing and clearing and
That's right.
and using the crystals. And
So basically what we're doing now, a lot of people are saturated with negativity nowadays. So what we have to do is work our way back and detox and start moving back into our perfection again. Okay, so whilst we're looking at things, when people have an illness, they look at things from the physical and they heal and try to have things cut out and things shifted physically. But we have to remember, we have to go back to where it started, which is a lot deeper in the energy field. When that wasn't flowing, if that's not flowing, then you get the blockage, then you get the physical manifestation. Okay, so what we've got to do is go back down deep enough into the energy field where it started, or it will recreate. So, and that's where we get multiple illnesses keep coming back.
So we'll be doing things like this each week.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and showing people that, it doesn't hurt. Like, I'm going to be the guinea pig. I'm basically allowing myself to say, Deborah, I'm here, and show us how we do this, or tell me what I've got to do, and I'll report back to you on the effects that I have. So I think, like the one thing that I wanted to ask you, Deborah, is, and I know other people will want to know as well, is how did you get into this? Like, how did you get to take this direction?
Absolutely. It's a bit of a story because I used to be a PA secretary, and there is a certain time in life called the Saturn return, and that's from 25 to 30 or 32, around that mark. And during that time, your whole life changes. So I went travelling overseas for a month and stayed 2 years. And whilst I was over there having a fabulous time, I went with my angels, by myself, but with my angels. So whilst I was overseas, I got very connected with, everyone has a guardian angel, everyone has a guide. And I travelled with them, and they saved my life quite a bit. So when I actually finally came back from overseas, I was working more in hospitality, and then I decided I love working with people, and I actually started working as a masseuse. And while I was doing massage, I was like, well, I fix people up, their neck pain or their back pain, and I'd fix them up and off they'd go, and then 2 weeks later they'd be back with the same problem. And I was just amazed that when you fixed it, they came back. Same problem 2 weeks later or a month later. And it seemed that people had selective areas in their bodies that they'll be dealing with for the rest of their life because it would just keep coming back. So basically I studied and went deeper and went deeper into the body to where it actually started. And I found that it wasn't just the physical area that needed attention, it was the energy area that needed attention as well. So we all have a physical body and an energy body. Okay, so when you work with both of them, that's when you get the profound results that I'm acclaimed for.
Okay, so what's been the most exciting thing that you've done? Like, that you've got those results, as you say. What was the most exciting situation or thing that you did that you could say that really stood out for you?
Working so many years and having that progression, because I used to get very upset that people will be victims of that neck pain for the rest of their life. And I don't work with that, and I like to explore and investigate, and I've been working with Spirit and the Ascended Masters on working out how to actually heal people on that deeper level. And yes, it's over all those years of working with so many people. I've had so many profound shifts with healing. One in particular was a fabulous little boy, Aidan. He was from Brisbane, and he was down in Melbourne at a hospital having a heart transplant. And he'd been in hospital since January, and he had a new heart, but he was rejecting. Okay, so he was going through massive trauma of rejection of the new heart, and they rang me, word of mouth. See, I work with word of mouth, terrific. And they rang me and said, can you help? And And I said, I'll always give everything a go. I never say never. And I had a go with it. And of course I can help that because I do have a rejection audio that I have as well. Rejection I work with quite a bit as well. And I actually did one session on him remotely. So I was up here at home in Nelson Bay and I worked on him in Melbourne, and his mum was just absolutely amazed. She said he was sitting up in bed straight away and he'd smile for the first time in 6 months, and he was actually eating for the first time instead of having the drip.
Wow.
After one session, profound shift.
Wow.
And even to the point where they actually had him sitting up in bed, and the doctors even had him walking up and down the aisles. So I did say to her, like, settle down.
How can you settle down when you're that excited about something, especially when it's your child?
6 months. 6 months he'd been in bed a mess, and they had him up too quickly, and he relapsed. So I did another quick session on him, and he was up again, walking, recovered, got out of hospital, and he's living up in Brisbane, a normal boy, 13 years old, with a new heart and fabulous. So, yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
That was a terrific one. I will always remember that one. And it wasn't really hard to do, actually. It was really quick and easy to do, and got major results just from the one session, and the two just topped it off to make sure he didn't have another relapse. So that was great that actually happened, so we could do the double dose.
And the thing is too that people can put something in the comments section here, and if they want to ask questions or you want to find out something that Deb can help you with, and we'll do it on the next show or we'll fit it in somewhere. So if there's anything that you want to see, know about, talk about, just put it in the comments section, and we'll be straight onto it, we'll try. So you're going to have lots of homework, so I don't mind that at all. It's going to be fun.
I love the back pain because I can heal back pain like in about 2 minutes,
And what about neck
It's really
pain?
profound. Yeah.
How do you do that? Because
Yeah.
I've got a very sore neck.
You have at the moment? Okay. Well, we'd have to do a bit of a healing. I just wanted to talk about one other little girl too. She was a terrific one too. My little friend, her name was little Alexandria, and she was about 3 years old, 2 or 3 years old, very young, and she actually had polyps in her throat. Okay,
Wow.
And she couldn't breathe. The polyps were taking over 95% of her throat. They were growing really ferociously. And 95%, after 6 weeks, she had to have an operation to have her throat scraped.
Wow.
And she'd been doing that since she was a baby.
Oh.
Every 6 weeks, she had to have an operation to have her throat scraped because the polyps were growing to 95%. So we did a clearing on her, and they asked if I could help, and I said, well, I never say never, on the table. And it's fabulous with kids because as soon as I start working on them, it knocks them out into bliss and they go off to fantasy land. So I have no problems working with the kids. But we did a couple of sessions on her, and when she went back to have her regular operation, there was no polyps there. It hadn't grown. So we'd actually we cleared the polyps.
Wow.
Yeah.
And today, still none?
Still none now. She's a normal little girl growing up at school. Fabulous.
I love those stories. We'll be just throwing these stories at you all the time, and you're going to see it firsthand too with other people that we'll invite on.
Absolutely. So a lot of, with the neck pain that you're experiencing, Kellie, a lot of people do get neck pain because I don't want to throw everyone in too quickly.
Yeah.
But what we actually work on in the energy field, there's blockages in the energy field. And when I remove those blockages, that can give you a huge relief. Okay, so you've got a neck pain now. So what level out of 10 would that be? About 8 out of 10?
Yeah, easy 8.
Oh, it must be psychic.
Yeah, it must be.
Well, I did actually tune in, yes. 8 out of 10 pain for Kellie.
Yeah, it is about an 8 out of 10.
Okay, so what we can do is start sort of removing a little bit of the blockage that might be in your throat. Now, you might feel tingles as I do this, as it starts releasing, and you might actually start feeling an opening going on now in your throat as we start getting that. And of course, this area is very tender for you right now because we're doing speaking. Okay, so when you're actually doing your speaking, this would actually flare up for you because you've got a couple of issues there that are in your way, and if you keep it there, that can develop into thyroid issues, or, you know, the thing is, if you leave it there, you can have a sore throat, which could develop into a cough. If you still don't fix it, it will develop into a thyroid issue. You still don't fix it, it can develop into cancer of the throat, right? So that's how people, as they get older, start getting the big diseases. Okay, but even the young ones are getting it now for reasons I'll tell you about another time.
Yeah.
But the thing is, as you're getting older, you start getting more diseases, more illnesses developing. And it's because of that compounding of the blockage. Okay, so you've got quite a lot of stuff going on there. Do you have any health issues there already?
Yeah, thyroid.
Thyroid, there you go. Yeah, because there is quite a lot of stuff here, so I'd say that is actually developed. Whew. So we've got it down to about 5.
Yeah, it still feels like same to me.
It's still there, bit.
Yeah, it's still
I
there.
kind of have to get to the back.
Yeah, I'll turn to the back. I don't mind you seeing this side of me.
Okay, that's all right.
These are the sort of things that we'll be doing.
So we're going to, what I'm doing is removing past life implants.
Should I be not concentrating on anything, or?
No, that's fine. It doesn't matter, I'm doing the work. Okay. And now we've got like a cord around your throat. I don't want to blow people away too quickly on the first call. So we're going to talk about this a bit later, I think. Okay. But this is what's causing people, and this one is like a cord around there that I'm taking away, and it's kind of like in a past life. You might be thinking about this, because when I work on people, the stories come up, and the past life around this is an Egyptian past life, Kellie. Right, so you might be picking up on some sort of Egyptian energy, and this is going to open up your psychic, because the Egyptians were very psychic, and I just showed you my Egyptian crystal, and that might have triggered quite a bit of it as well. Okay, so we'll just send that back to the light, and there's a collar coming off. Now, are you feeling anything? Tingles or a lightness?
Yeah, lightness.
And it feels a lot lighter because we've removed a lot of stuff there. There's about 4 ropes where you've been hung in past lives.
Wow.
Now, how many people have been hung in past lives? Unbelievable. That used to be the thing, you know, decapitation, beheading, you know, think of the past. And that's what's actually in our etheric body that we're travelling with in this lifetime as well, because you bring it all back with you. You don't get a clean slate. There's no clean slate when you're born. You bring everything back with you. I'll tell you a little story. There was a little boy I was working on, 8 weeks old. And for 8 weeks, he'd been screaming since he was born. Screaming, excruciating pain, you know, crunching up his stomach and his legs. And the mother actually went to the doctor first, and the naturopaths, and tried everybody to get help, and then they come to me. So, and when I was working on this little bloke who was still screaming after 8 weeks, excruciating pain, when I went to work on him, I was working on prostate cancer that he died of in a past life.
Wow.
He just died from prostate cancer then was reborn, and of course he brought all of that with him. You don't get a clean slate, we're bringing it all with us. And now, of course, in this life, we're all saturated because we've had many lives before. Anyone on the planet at the moment has been and done everything on the planet in the past. So when I work on people, there's a lot of stuff now to clear, and that's what we were talking about earlier, that we're here now to detox our bodies and to go back to that original cell of perfection and perfect health and in perfect condition. And there's a big ascension process going on the planet at the moment, which is forcing a lot of people to do this. So at the moment, it's very important to be working through your issues and coming to the bottom of them, clearing them rather than cutting or sort of, talking about it. It's all about the action now of actually clearing our bodies.
And doing something about it.
And we start with the chakra clearing each day. So if we can keep that in order, that's the uplifting 5-minute uplifting CD. This one's the meditation CD. That's a 10-minute CD with 2 half-an-hour ones on there that you can learn energy work as well, beginner and advanced. So fabulous CDs available at deborahbright.com that you can get hold of and do those with me and get the profound shift, and then I can work on the big stuff, doing private sessions for you or readings, scanning, all sorts of health analysis, things like that. But you've just got still a little bit more going on there. We'll just get that and take that off there. Okay, that's pretty good to me. How does that feel?
Does feel a little bit lighter.
It's a lot more free. A lot more free.
I'll be telling you all next week how I'm feeling. Right? And and this is about being honest and raw, and I'm very in tune with universe, but I'm sure I am going to be learning so much from Deborah. Like, I'm just looking at the beautiful crystals, and hopefully you can see the one that was mentioned about the pyramids.
These ones, yes.
Yeah, let's have a little look at that. That is just so beautiful. Now, look at that. So what's the story behind this? It was gifted to you.
That was a beautiful one I received in Egypt, and I went to the healing centre in Egypt and they gifted me with that.
That's just beautiful, isn't it?
Absolutely. And if you look a lot closer, it's actually the shape of a pyramid, and inside is pyramids, actually inside the crystal. This one is very majestic. The energy on this is really powerful. I meditate on this bit by bit. It has a lot of knowledge in this crystal. And this crystal comes from the Crystal Mountain, which is north of Egypt. Oh, sorry, it's in Egypt, but north of Cairo. And I actually wanted to go there, but I couldn't fit it in on my Egypt tour because there's just so much to see in Egypt, and we were booked out fairly. And that was that comes from the Crystal Mountain that I was unable to see, that I was gifted a piece of at the biggest healing centre in Egypt.
Wow. That's beautiful, isn't
it? That was a fabulous trip. My guide was born on the same day as me. She was born exactly the same day as me.
Wow.
Yeah. And she knew all about Egypt but didn't know the spiritual side to things. So we were complementing each other. And then on the day off, she didn't want to leave me. And she said, I'll take you wherever you want to go. So we went to Saqqara, which is the first ever built pyramid. And that's the step pyramid. And we went there, she took me there, and she took me to the biggest healing centre, which I received that beautiful gift, and some beautiful aromatherapy oils like Egyptian lotus, like the pure oils, blue chamomile, you know, and Egyptian oils.
Because
really
oils are
beautiful.
very important in life too, aren't they?
Absolutely.
And they all have their beautiful meanings and
healing properties. Absolutely. So we can go through all that too. We'll have fun with vibrational remedies.
oh, I can hardly wait for that one.
Okay, yeah.
I'm looking forward to all of this
It's
because
fabulous.
it's a great learning curve for me as well. And
Yes.
I'm just interested in this little one. It's just getting me really inquisitive. It's just so beautiful. They're all beautiful. Like, you know, just to feel them like this. Wow, what is that?
That one's the orgonite. Orgonite.
What's organite?
So orgonite, which is this one. This one comes in like necklaces as well, so you can wear them on your thymus gland. So we've got a thymus gland just about here, right, just here. Have a little tap.
I'll just lift the spider up out of the way.
Now if we all tap around here, there's a sensitive area. The gland,
Yeah.
that's the thymus gland. Now that's in charge of your immunity.
Is that right?
Okay? Here's the gland for immunity as well.
Wow.
So you give that a tap each day, peps up your immunity.
Is that right?
Okay?
And I guess too...
And this is what the apes used to do. Oh, they still do. The apes every morning go boom, 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 boom. So you can do that too, Kelly. Every morning I want to see everyone boom, 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 boom.
But it kind of, I mean, just doing that feels good.
It does.
Yeah.
It's like a vitamin Barocca.
Yeah.
And it peps you up. Can everyone feel that?
I can, like when I'm doing that. Yeah, it's a great feeling.
Okay.
I
so
hope
that's
everybody else
getting
is
your
doing this.
immunity up.
Yeah. I'll be doing this every day anyway. And I guess too, like you're saying that, you know, when they make jewellery and that out of this, so you wear it close to that.
If you can wear the jewellery, and if you can wear your crystals, because I've got some fabulous crystals too, if you can wear the crystals on top of that, that's where it's absorbed more into your body. Okay, so what we've got here is the orgonite. This is a man-made crystal, the orgonite, and that's actually to do with helping us with the 5G, like the Wi-Fi, the chemtrails, all the man-made sort of stuff, the electricals, you know, because that affects our nervous system. This is why so much anxiety is happening at the moment. We're all being affected because of the Wi-Fi and the electricals all around us that's interfering with our natural body. Okay, so a lot of our nervous systems are affected, and this, when you wear this, it puts a protection around you. Beautiful, and helps detox as well. So if you've got chemicals going through your body, too many chemicals, all the food and all the, you know, skincare ranges, they've all got chemicals in them.
Well, everything, isn't it?
Everything.
I mean, you're absorbing it just walking around.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, you know, because your skin's an organ and it absorbs everything. So when you're wearing this, it puts a natural shield around you so you're not affected so much.
And what's the name of it again?
Orgonite.
Orgonite. Okay. So if you see
So I've got
anything
a
made...
fair bit of that as well available on the
Oh,
website
okay.
too.
All right.
Yeah.
So have a look on the website. Beautiful. And this is the one I've still got in here.
And that crystal's the citrine. So that's a nice, rich citrine. Okay, so we had sulphur. Sulphur is for the solar plexus area, which is just below the breastbone, above the navel. Right, and that one's the orange colour, which is actually your sacral chakra. And the sacral chakra is in charge of abundance, good relationships, and creativity.
Oh,
So if
I'm
you've
going to have
got-
to get a truckload of this.
So if you've got any issues going on down there in that bowel area, prostrate, any issues there is an imbalance in one of those areas. Often creativity, because a lot of people aren't doing their creative endeavours because the world is so busy. We don't get time to do the creativity. Or if there's stress with money, that could flare up that area as well, because a lot of people have stress with money because of money blocks. Okay? which might have been your mum saying there's never enough, or there's no money growing on the trees, or
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
we don't
Money
have
doesn't
enough
grow
money.
on trees. Money doesn't grow on trees. What do you expect? I haven't got it. Money doesn't grow on trees. So I'd love a money tree.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So we can work on that, but you know, we can realign that into your brain. Okay, that's when I do the clearings. We can actually realign that into your thinking.
Okay.
Right, so you can have that,
Right.
and of course, what you think you create in your life
And that's all about,
with
the
the law
power
of attraction.
Yeah, that's it. The law of attraction.
So whatever you're vibrating at and thinking will attract to you in your life.
And this is beautiful.
Yes, that's my crystal quartz.
Beautiful. Just such a lovely shape, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what does this kind of attach itself to? Like, how does this work?
Many years ago,
Yeah.
I had a little one like this, and it had two.
Yeah, I think I've got a little one there that's got two on
Has
it.
it got the two?
Yeah, I have. I'll have to get it. It's just over.
And I used to use it for healing when I first was healing.
I'm going to grab it.
25 years ago.
Yeah, keep talking.
And I used to use it for healing, and then it dropped and it broke off, and I only ended up with one.
Look.
Oh, how cute! Look how... That is so cute. Oh.
There's a difference.
Well, mine was a bit bigger than that.
But you see, there is two on
There's
there.
two. Yep, that's what I had. That's what I had, but it was a bit bigger. Than that. It was about that big. That's so cute. You should put it around your neck. That's so cute.
Oh, okay.
And when it fell, one broke off, and I thought, okay, now I've just got the one. So I used to still use it because that was my little friend.
Yeah.
That was my healing friend. And I still use that, and that volumed my power when you use the crystal quartz.
So is that my
in your
problem? Mine's too
healing.
small.
Too small. You've got to size up.
I've got to upgrade.
I've got to give you my other one. So what actually happened, then I seen this, and it's in the shape already of my little one, and now I use this if I want to for healing, and this is like a shotgun.
Wow.
The power in this is enormous. So yeah, that's beautiful. She's beautiful. So she does really, really great healings.
And how about one more? And this beautiful. They're all just so beautiful. And as soon as you pick them up, there's just something going on. So what's this one?
Well, 30 years of my experience working, these are my ones that I work with, and my energies is getting stronger and stronger every time, all the time. And, people just feel me when I'm standing near them. They feel my energy, and so of course they're reflecting the power that I've got going through them. So this one I picked up on my journey to Orange. When I went to Orange, I worked on 6 people, and next time I went to Orange, I worked on 50 people, word of mouth, in the drought, and then I ended up moving out there for 12 months, and I work with a lot of people there with the drought, helping them bring in rain and heal their depression and things like that. I was flat out. I nearly had a nervous breakdown myself.
Wow.
Working on so many people in Orange. Yeah, so I found this, and I was gifted this one in Orange as well. I do get a lot of gifts, and it's for a reason, bringing in different energies that I work with. And this one's the blue cobalt. And and that's just wonderful with the orange energy. It's very rich energy out at Orange, and it's just really lovely blue, and that's to do with the throat and self-expression. And you would be drawn to that because that's the blue throat area that's giving you a few issues at the moment.
It's
so
beautiful.
that blue would attract you as well. And just remember, whatever you're dealing with attracts what you're needing.
Yeah, drawn to that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, and don't forget that gorgeous one behind
so
us.
look at this. It's just beautiful. And we've got a little bit of green on the outside. So the purple is...
Well, the purple... and see, there's another thing called colour therapy. So just looking at that painting is working on particular areas. So again, we'll be talking about colour therapy. So this one means the purple is the third eye, and all about your psychic gifts and opening up all your psychic powers, your clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentient, all the different ones. And just looking at that, well, it's swirling like the chakras, and you can see the swirl going down. So that would be opening up your third eye, and the green is stimulating your heart chakra. Okay, so you've got some really big, high, powerful colours there. And depending what you're dealing with, like for you, I would choose the blue. You need a nice blue painting around you, the blues, okay, and maybe a little bit of orange. You've got issues down there in the orange, the abundance area, okay, and those sort of colours around you would actually be healing you as well. Okay, so it's not just, you know, one
it's just,
thing.
there's so much stuff, isn't there?
That's
to talk about.
Absolutely.
I mean, we'll,
so we've just sort of skimmed over quite a few issues.
It's like we've given you a piece of everything, like all the stuff that we're going to be talking about. It's going to be so exciting, and you'll want to join in every single week because we plan to do this every single week. So, you know, make sure you like and share. So no matter what, just share the heck out of it, because we would love to have people, you know, listening in each and every week.
Well, it's time. It's time, Kelly. There's so much more to life. Okay, we can all feel energy, but you can't see it. And it's all happening around us. There's so much going on, and there's so much that I can share with you. So get you awakened. And so you know a few secrets to help you through and coping better.
All right, so we're going to say our good nights, and I'm going to make a quick stage left exit so I can turn it off until we get this thing sorted. But this was basically tonight. It's just introducing us and letting you know a little bit about us, and so you can meet us. And, you know, I'd love to see some stuff in the comments and, you know, inbox us if you like. So it's good night from me, and it'll be exit stage left. Ciao. And good night from you.
Thank you everyone for joining us. We'll see you next week. Bye for now.